How's everybody today? What are you doing today? Me? I'm picking some beets. We are picking some monstrous sized beets. Wait till you see these things. They're golden beets. They were given to me by a friend of mine. So we've got beets growing in a couple of places in the garden. We are going to pick some golden beets to start, which are right beside me here. I'll show you in a second. And then we're going to move over to picking some red beets. None of these are for me. They're for family members. I grew some extras. So we're just picking extras. I'm sorry about the wind noise, guys. A lot of traffic today and it's pretty windy. I hope the microphone isn't too muted. I have bought a Bluetooth lapel mic. The problem is it won't go into my phone because I've got a OtterBox phone case on it and it won't go into the charge port. So unless I take the whole damn case off, I can't use my mic. And when I'm out in the garden, I'm filthy dirty. So it's a little complicated, but I'm working on a solution, okay? All right, so here is the small patch of golden beets, and I'm gonna pull these out, and you guys are gonna be blown away by how big these are. Are you ready? We're just gonna literally start at the front and work our way through. I have a tote to put them in, and with the size of these beets, that tote is gonna be full really fast. Now, saying that, I don't know if there's any damage to these from critters, so we'll find out as we pull them. Okay, you ready? Here we go. First one. Bam. All right. We don't need the tops. Okay, well, we've got a little bit of, I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's just split. What a weird looking beet. It's all funny shaped. I've never grown golden beets before. This is my first year. Okay, there's one. Do the next one. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that one's any good anymore. Let's break the top off. You know what? I'm going to set the tripod up. All right, let's try the third one. I hope they're not all funny looking in the bottoms like that. They are. Okay. Well, it's not exposed. It's not open. It's just weird shaped. Okay, that's another big one. Next, let's do this one. Okay, well, you know what, guys? I guess that's just how these grow with funny bottoms. These are nice sized beets, though. Let's keep trucking. Where are we at? Let's turn the camera over here. We're just going to go through this whole patch and pick all these golden beets out. That's nice. Can you guys see the color of that in the sunshine? Tear the tops off. Oh, this is going to be a monster. There, what do you think of that? Compared to the size of my hand, eh? I'm harvesting these for family members because your pal Green Thumb does not like cooked beets. Not a fan. I grow all these for family and to pickle. Another good one. Hey, leave me a comment down below, guys. Let me know if you guys like eating beets. Let's get this one out. What do you think? Break the tops off, just like that. They're easy to process, which is nice. You don't have to fight with them or cut it off. Just snap it with your hands. Knock the dirt off the bottom. All right, let's move over. Let's get this big monster here. Holy jeez. Oh, wow, guys, look at the color on that. Can you see the color striations in that? That is really pretty. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a sunset. That is really cool. We got a few more to go. Let's get this big bad boy. Holy crap. Tear that off. All right, what are we looking at here? Okay. Well, they'll just have to cut the bottom off of that. They'll probably want to eat that one first. But that's huge. This thing has to weigh, I would say this beet weighs about 3 pounds. And clean up some of these tops here. We got one more from this patch. Wow, that's pretty too. Can you see the color striations in that? All right, so that's the last one from there. Put that one in the tote. All right. Isn't that weird looking, eh? Look at that. That is so strange. Oh well, that happens. These are an heirloom variety as well. So sometimes with heirloom varieties, you do end up with, you know, different type, abnormal type growth. It's just in their genetics. And we have some random beets still growing in here. Look at that little fella. We're not even going to do anything with that. That's kind of, whoop, we'll just throw that one away. What else we got in here? We had a couple more hiding. Got to find the purple leaves. All right. Little tiny ones, like a little pear shape. Yeah, we'll give that to them too, because they like those little ones. Here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That's just about the right size, right? So we'll just break the tops off. Now, you can eat these tops. You can hold, oh, come on, tripod. Sorry, guys. There we go. I'm holding the tripod with my knees here. So you can eat these beet tops, right? They're really tasty. You can saute them down and stuff. What I've also done is I've ran them through my dehydrator because they are highly nutritious. So I've run them through my dehydrator and then I've turned them into powder, and I kept some for me and I gave some to my neighbor and she puts them in her smoothies. I really don't want to stick my hands in here because there's thistles, ow, everywhere. Fucking pardon my language, damn thistles. Oh, there's another beet in here. I'm gonna get stabbed again, I just know it. Oh, well, I'm glad we looked. Hey, I'm glad we looked up in that mess. Look what we found in there. All right, we'll just put this down. It's hard to hold the camera and harvest at the same time. So we did get a little bit of critter damage that chewed on it, but that's okay because they're gonna have to peel these anyways. They can just shave that off. There's our pile of beet tops. Do we have any more beets in here? I've already had to pick thistle thorns out of my hands once already today. I really don't want to do it again. All right, we're gonna move over to there now. We are at the end of my row of beets. So we have golden beets here and then red beets up here. So we're just gonna start harvesting from this end. We're gonna pull a few to put in the tote. And then from there, we're gonna go down, we're gonna pick a bunch of red beets. I wonder if these things are just as big. Let's dig in. All right, so not as big, but that's okay because I planted these ones way later than the other beets. So we're just gonna break the tops off, stick them on the ground. Holy geez. They're literally growing on top of each other. There's the biggest harvest of the day, guys. feed a whole family with that thing. Another big fella. A weirdly shaped one. Look at that. I don't even know how many of these I should pull. We're just gonna do some until I change my mind. What do you say? That's nice. They're growing. Hang on, I'll move the camera so you guys can see. They're growing on top of each other. Look, they're growing on top of each other. Look at this. I know it's kind of shadowy. Hang on. There. I guess we'll just pick a bunch. I think what I'll do is I'll just pick the ones that I've disturbed in the soil, because now that they're disturbed, they might not, I may have loosened up their root system. So any of them I've disturbed we'll take out, and we'll leave the rest. The rest for another day. Okay. See, look at it. It was barely in the ground. This little wispy root was the only thing that was even in the ground. It's amazing how that little tiny root is feeding this whole plant, eh? Crazy. All right. We'll do a few more. Why? Because we can, like this big bad boy here. No, and this one. 1 and 2. And I think we're gonna call it quits on the golden beets, because we've got a good sized pile here. Well, I'll come back, I'll put those in the tote. What do you say we pick some red beets, guys? Let's come in here. What do you think these are gonna be like? So I planted these ones in clusters because I wasn't sure. I hear that you can grow beets in clusters, so I planted a couple together. This whole row, they're planted tight together, and they came out nice. Look at the size of that compared to my hand. So let's pick some of these beautiful red beets. We're just gonna reach right in. Oh, there's one for the record books. Trash. I think we're gonna probably get more smaller ones since they're that close. Look at that. They come out of the ground so easy, I literally just grabbed it like that and just tugged, and the whole thing came right out. Just gonna tear the tops off. Knock the dirt off, eh? We're not gonna take the dirt home with us. We leave the dirt in the garden. Wow. You guys seeing the size of that? Oh, hang on, that's kind of shady there. There, that's a good beet. That's like a meal for 2 people compared to my hand. Family's gonna be happy. All right. Oh, look at that. We got some critter damage on this one. There we go. That's pretty.
weekend.
You as well. See
And
you.
thank you very much once again.
You're welcome. Enjoy those beets.
I will. Thank you.
A smaller one. I wonder if these are a little nicer to eat than the bigger ones. What do we got? Let's go back in. Oh, guys, are you ready for this? All right, hope you're sitting down. Boom! Holy! Look at that thing. That's friggin' huge. All right, I'm gonna pick a few more and then I'll show you the final result. Look at that. It's like half the size of my friggin' head. Maybe even more than half. I don't have a very big head though, so, you know. Well, that was an easy beet harvest. Now, like I said, I don't like cooked beets, right? I literally grew beets to give to family, friends, the neighbors. You heard that lady talking a minute ago. She's my gardening neighbor. I gave them some beets to take home. I could certainly see though how growing beets like this is an easy way to feed your family, right? You pull out an entire crop of beets this big, and beets store for a long time. You keep them cool, they'll store for a long time. I could certainly see how growing beets would be a good way to be able to feed your family over the course of the wintertime. I don't have a cold storage, they won't last in my house. My basement is like 25 degrees Celsius. Even in the winter, it's the hottest room in my house. So I can't even store beets in my house. But I could see how growing beets would definitely be an advantageous way, because these whole row of beets you guys have seen, I had zero maintenance involved. I literally planted them, fertilized them, walked away. I watered them a couple of times. Mother Nature took care of the rest. So, you guys want to see what we harvested? That's what we pulled out of the ground today. This tote probably weighs like 40 pounds or something. So, that's one of the harvests for today. I'm satisfied with that. We'll give that to family and try growing beets. You can also grow sugar beets and produce your own sugar if you're looking for a sustainable way to harvest your own sugar. So I have not grown sugar beets yet because, well, that would just be one more thing I would have to process in the fall, and I can still just go to the store and buy sugar. So that process is definitely not worth it for me. But if you can grow beets like this to feed your family, even beets like that, except for all the critter bites, you know, then you're good to go. All right, guys, so grow your food, harvest your food, process your food, grow healthy organic food, feed your family. Green thumb out.